Alright everybody, this is Martino Chiodi and now I'm gonna explain to you how to create a highly converting welcome flow for your e-commerce business, no matter what niche you're in and no matter. Okay, first let me take a sip of coconut water for elite hydration. That's very good stuff. Here in Portugal have pretty nice coconut water. Anyway, now I wanna set a little bit of the expectations of this video. First of all, I'm gonna tell you why the welcome sequence is the most important one of your brand and business and why it is the most profitable one. Second of all, I'm gonna go into why a high converting capture lead form, a pop-up, is paramount. Otherwise, the flow is not gonna work. Then I'm going to show you the structure of how I create highly converting welcome flows. And then I'm going to show you a real life example like you're seeing right now probably. This is the Klaviyo dashboard of one of my clients, and this person has little over 2,500 email subscribers, so less than 3K, which is very little for an e-commerce brand, but they are growing. And as you can see, this is the welcome sequence that I created, and we are for this last month at almost 14,000 euros of revenue, and with a stunning 5.89 euro revenue per recipient. Keep in mind that the average revenue per recipient of our welcome flow, which you can say, oh, this is doing good, is 1 to 3 euro per recipient. This is almost 6, just for you to get an idea of how this strategy that I'm about to show you works and is very effective. So without further ado, let me say this. The welcome flow is very important because it usually generates alone, the welcome flow alone, 10 or more percent of your total revenue. Let that sink in, because 10% of your total revenue from one single flow is a lot. Is a lot. Generally, you want your email attributed revenue in general in your email marketing ecosystem to be above 30%. This guy, after working with me, is at 50 now, but we are creating a particular strategy. Anyway, this is not the point of this video, but generally you want to get that revenue above 30%, and this flow alone generates 1/3 of that. So yeah, it's very important. Now, let me say this first of all, before I go into the structure. If you don't have a pop-up, a high converting lead capture form that appears on your website and that captures the email addresses of people, of traffic coming in, then it's all useless, because these flows thrives on traffic coming in. The process looks like this. Person comes on your website, whether through ads or through social media or through organic traffic or whatever. And as soon as they land on your website, there's a pop-up appearing with a usually 15, 20, 10% discount or some other offer like free shipping or something like that, which is going to be given to them in exchange for their email address. This is the so-called pop-up. So if this pop-up is not there or is not converting, and there is not a lot of people giving you their email addresses, then the welcome series is going to be less profitable, logically and obviously. So something to keep in mind. If you want me to create a video tutorial of how to create a highly converted pop-up form and the principles and the psychology and the marketing behind it, feel free to comment and like, and I'll see that you want me to create this video. Otherwise, no problem at all. Now, aside from the pop-up, which is very important, it's actually paramount and crucial, because if they scroll down and there's just a footer that usually says insert your email address, I mean, people don't want to scroll down and to see that. People just want to think things to be easy. So why not making it easier for them to give you their email address? Enough about pop-up. Now I'm gonna show you the structure that I base my welcome series, for my clients, if that makes sense. The structure I use to create the welcome sequence of my clients from whatever. This is it basically. Now, this is a client of mine, and as you can see, The purpose of the welcome sequence is to basically indoctrinate people to your brand, to your values, and to your mission as a company, as a founder, and basically set the expectations of the next emails. I usually like to make the emails, the length of the flow between 3 to 5 emails. This is going to be 4 emails, and I'm going to show you the structure in a second. And it also, the, obviously, because without money, a business is not a business. The purpose of this flow is to get the people who get on the list to become first-time buyers, so that they get funneled into another flow that makes them purchase again. And but this is another. The post-purchase flow is a flow and a story for another video. Now, the thinking behind the welcome sequence is to, well, the goal is to make people aware of your brand, as I said, to basically tell them what you're about and why you are different, to build brand authority, to turn people into first-time customers, as I said, and to educate them on your product's niche and basically tell them the problems that you solve for them, which they already know subconsciously, but you remind them of it so that they're like, oh, this person understands me. This is the brand for me. I'm going to purchase. You get me? So yeah, this is very important. And that's also why it's very important not to make the emails just design and flashy without any copy, but instead create a copy and text that connects at a human level with the customers, with the potential customers, with the audience. So here's email one. Basically, email one is sent immediately because you wanna give them the discount immediately, the coupon code that they can use to get the first purchase. Basically, you give them thanks and you welcome them in your universe. You give them the small discounts and you put some urgency and a deadline. You don't want the discounts to be available forever because you want to take action fast. So you usually want to give them a 48-hour deadline and to stress the urgency. So, and yeah, you want to talk about your brand and products as well. You want to educate them, as I said. Email 2 is sent a day later. I like to keep things pretty concise and to make this flow run in about 7 days time, a week, so not more than that. Otherwise it becomes too long. Email number 2 is basically just a reminder that the coupon given in the first email is expiring, a deadline of 48 hours or 24 hours, depending on how long you want the flow to last. There's no need to change much, but ideally you want to keep educating them and to keep connecting them at a human level to make this email look like a personal letter with some images, with some designs, but generally the more you share about your values and your brand, the better. The more you build this long-term relationship of trust with them straight from the beginning, from the welcome flow, which is basically the first messages that they're going to receive from you. Email number 3 is sent again a day later. Content email regarding your brand. Again, as I just said, can't stress this enough. Your mission, your values, your why, and last reminder that the coupon is expiring in 48 hours, in 24 hours. So you better buy now, otherwise there's no discount anymore. No need to change it. And by the way, guys, when you give a deadline, you better respect it. Because if people see, oh, they said that the coupon expired yesterday, but today is still active, then they're not going to believe you anymore, okay? You want to train them, let me rephrase that, you want to have integrity as a value and as a business owner. If when you say something, you do it. When you give a deadline, you respect it, okay? So they understand, oh, they are serious, I better buy now because then the discount is not going to be available anymore. So yeah, anyway, there's no need to change much. Again, keep the theme sort of the same. Don't make the emails too long, obviously. You want to connect, but not too much. Okay, you don't want to overdo it. Now, email 4, I usually, if they didn't purchase with the discounts in the first emails, I like to put some and inject some social proof in it, because social proof is the best form of marketing. So I usually create a nice fancy email with some testimonials and reviews from past customers saying how amazing your products or services are, and that's it. I mean, they usually buy from the first email, as I'll show you in a second, but this is the last email, just maybe they forgot, maybe they didn't find the email or something, and they're going to see the testimonials and they're going to be more inclined to buy. So this is the structure. There's no point in me showing you the copy right now. If you want, I'm going to make another video about that, but for now I am going to show you what it looks like on Klaviyo. Okay. So this is again a welcome sequence about a welcome sequence of my client. And as you can see, for some reason my MacBook is slowing down, but no problem. As you can see, there is 4 emails, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you see 5, this one is basically the first email, but with a different subject line. So it goes like this. You schedule the first email here, and then you set up a conditional split that if they didn't open it in a matter of 24 hours, they're going to be sent the same emails. The leads that didn't open it are going to be sent the same emails, but with a different subject line, because maybe the first subject line didn't hit, and with a different subject line, they're going to open it. So you make sure that all of them, the most amount of leads coming in, are going to receive the first email, because it's the one that makes the most money. Because as you can see, 12K they came from the first email, and that's it. And the other emails, they make little to no money. They make some money, but the most money you're gonna make from the first one. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Of course, I mean, I could make a video tutorial about how to create this in Klaviyo if you're interested. I don't really want to do it in this video. So if you want me to do that, comment, and I will make another video explaining you in excruciating detail which trigger, profile filters, and all the little intricacies of Klaviyo, are needed for the flow to work. But for now, I'm just gonna limit myself in telling you that basically the profile filters has to be that the person must have placed an order 0 times, obviously, since starting this flow, because they're new, and you want them to place the order the first time. So you have to select place order 0 times since starting this flow. And obviously the trigger must be that they are going to be added to a certain list, or they're going to be added to a certain list. This list I named myself and pop-up submission, because I created the pop-up, and I know that the people who put the email in this specific pop-up are the ones who are going to be receiving these emails. So that's basically it, and this is again very, very important for you to have this type of flow in your business ecosystem, because as I told you in the beginning, this is responsible for more than 10% of your total revenue as an e-commerce brand. Now that's it. Let me just finish by saying that if you want someone that has experience in doing that has been working with e-commerce brand and has crushed it for them, both in Black Friday and during the whole year, in terms of campaign, pop-up, deliverability, automations, well, you can send me a DM on Instagram. I'll link everything in the description, or you can send me an email to my personal address. That being said, I hope this was of value to you, and I will see you in the next one. All the best.